Hello and welcome to Chat with Sean channel. Shall we call that? Okay. Again, this is our first episode of. We want to start Chat with Sean channel, so please support us, like, share, subscribe. We want to target maybe 1,000 subscribers for the first month. This first video would be more on introductions on who is Sean. By the way, that's Sean. I'm Severinus. I'm the father of this boy called Sean. But let's get to know him. So, isa gyang ngaran nun di?
Yarang kusong mantat tambunan.
Ano gya full name nun di?
Narangku Sean Adriel Severinus Kitingan.
Nice. Mantad Tambunan. Nangga ka pa yung school? Where do you go to school? Nangga ka pa yung school?
Poisikul mu SRK Rakit Likas.
Ang pira na umur nun di?
9.5.
9.5. Siam. Okay? Siam tahun. 9.5. Why do kids always go for 9.5? You cannot wait to be 10, can you?
When I turn 10, I wonder what will I wonder. Can you apply for a job that early?
Apply for job?
Yeah.
Or is that the reason why you cannot wait to be 10?
Yeah.
This is one of. Tell us more about yourself. We know that you go to SRK Lokyu. So you're in tahun?
4.
Oh, 4. Tahun.
Year 4.
Year 4. So tell us more about yourself. What do you like to do as a kid of 9.5-year-old? What do you like to do?
Sometimes I like to play football or basketball, and sometimes I do some research about gems and molecules.
Research?
Yeah.
You mean a kid your age doing research? Tell me more about that research.
Well, a little part about that research is gems.
Gems like gemstones?
Yeah, gemstones. They're actually quite rare and expensive, like opal. The opal that can sometimes be shaped into a normal stone, sometimes with little bits of cuts. But the reason why it's so expensive because of its beautiful colors detail inside.
Oh.
It's like an overlapping color. The ones you see on some phone cases, like you switch here, the color changes. It's like color angle changes.
I
It's
see.
like you look from here, it's green. You look from here, red. Look from here, purple.
Okay, we're going to talk more about this. But what other things you like besides doing the research? And do you play games?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wrong questions, right?
Now.
So, what games do you like, kids your age?
Sometimes I like to play like games, Macarena, win tournaments.
Macarena?
Yeah, Macarena. It's one of the free games.
Oh man, Macarena for us is a dance.
Yeah, it's a game. It's a game where you can unlock robots and have in-game credit. And
I see.
they sometimes have quests that gives you the credits for the credit in-game, the in-game credit. Yeah, there's quests for that.
I see.
There's also battle tournament. Actually, the first one, the top number 1 in the tournament actually has one of the most overpowered bots.
Okay, those are the things you like. But what about your studies? What subjects do you like in your
Science, mathematics, and history.
science, mathematics, and history? Why science?
Why science? Because it teaches me everything about, and even if you're small, you maybe get hooked up into science.
What about the other one? Maths. Why do you like maths?
What do I like about maths? It helps me like count stuff. Ever since I was young, I didn't know how to count. I only know how to count from 1 to 10. But now I know how to do like minus, division, times. Like I read,
Okay. And you like what history as well?
yeah,
Why
history.
history? Why is it so important to learn history at your age?
Hmm.
Yeah. So what sort of history you were learning about it? What tahap dua your primary four?
What kind of history?
Yeah.
Currently, I'm learning about the people who made like huge events or artifacts, scripts.
Ah.
It's like the copy of. It's like the copy of like the paper of independence, which costs about a lot of money because of how old it is.
Ah. Okay.
And by learning history, you can check if you find something that is so old but it doesn't look that valuable, you can actually like do research on it. Once you figured out how much it's worth, maybe one it's worth like 1,000 the each, for perhaps a uh megalodon's teeth scattered.
Megalodon state. What is a megalodon? Not every kids your age, I think, know about megalodon. Even some
The
adults.
megalodon, the megalodon is one fish that is
Fish.
actually, yeah, it's a shark. It's
Ah.
marine. It's a marine animal. It's actually bigger than the great white shark. It's
Ooh.
big.
Like big. Like how big is big?
It's about the size of the. It's about the size of a medium-sized boat.
Medium-sized boat. But could
Yes,
it be bigger?
possibly.
Could it just swallow you one whole?
Yeah, I can swallow up. Yeah, I can swallow up to like 12 humans. But that,
Okay.
but that's just like that's if a teeth, the
Mm.
megalodon's teeth. They
How,
said
how big do you think is the megalodon teeth? A tooth, one tooth of the megalodon. Can you just describe the size?
the size.
Yeah, a megalodon tooth. One.
Fun fact: sharks have layers of teeth. Like
Okay.
over here, you can only see the front because they're visible, right?
Yes.
But at the back, they have way more.
Oh, okay. So how big do you think megalodon tooth is? If you hold it in your hands, how big do you think that would be?
If it was a prehistoric or a baby,
Prehistoric. Okay.
prehistoric or a newborn,
Mm.
once it reaches a teenager stage, the teeth will be this about the size. The a newborn's teeth will be the size of your hand.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the
That's big.
teenagers will be the size of your arm.
Oh,
It's
okay.
very big.
How do you know all these? You
Hmm?
read it in the books or you did your own research?
My own.
Your own research. Okay. Is that from social media, YouTube, and all?
Yeah, sometimes I figured out that it's like for perhaps this one this one guy found a NASA found like the Apollo 11 space rocket, the one.
Tell me more. Apollo 11.
Yeah, the
Okay.
heat one of the heat resistant tiles fell off, and that YouTuber actually has one of those heat tiles. He shouldn't be holding that because like it's government property.
Ah, which government?
Hmm?
Which government?
USA. He
USA.
found it. He found it. He said he found it off the coast, and then he packaged it inside of a box, and then he brought it home.
Okay. That must have worth something. So you are all this. You like this kind of things. Yeah?
Yeah, I
So
like
we
it.
get to know his name, where he's from, which school he goes to, right? But what do you want to be when you grow up?
Sign, maybe like artist,
Artist.
gamer,
Artist. Artist like a singer or is it actors?
art.
Arts like
That's like the ones you spend a lot of time on, it and you put so much effort.
like people doing paintings.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah, it's that
You into that?
Yeah, I'm into that. Because last
Okay.
time when I was in
Why? Yeah. Last time.
last time when I was in Form 3, when
Form 3.
nah,
You mean tahun 3?
yeah,
Primary
right.
3. Okay.
Primary.
You cannot wait to go prom 3. Okay. Go on. What happened?
Last time I used to have like a red book, and inside of that was so much art. It was like
Your own artwork, you mean?
yeah.
Okay.
And one of my classmates, Noel, actually he knew how to sketch things. Like he knew how to sketch a 3D detail person.
Okay.
He knew how to do it.
But what about you? What sort of artwork or painting you want to do? Because everybody has their own style. Picasso has their own style. Van Gogh has his own style. So what about you?
Anime. Sometimes
Anyway.
yeah,
Okay.
because when I draw when I was trying to draw the seven Dragon Balls. When I was trying to draw the 7 Dragon Balls.
7 Dragon Balls.
Yeah, and I
Okay.
didn't want it to look as simple like it was made by 5-year-old. No. I took inspiration from every single style,
Okay.
and I found one which was
anime.
it was yeah, I found it. I found it quite amusing. My first anime that I ever watched was Beyblade. The art,
Okay.
the things, the objects.
Okay.
Were sometimes they were 2D, but the Beyblades themselves were 3D.
Okay.
It's very amusing.
So you are inspired by these type of anime to do your artwork. So
Yeah,
you're going to come up with your own, perhaps Sean style of anime.
yeah, and the Dragon Ball, I spent like 3 to 4 classes trying to make it because it also involved colors. I used color blending. And then the final product was big. It filled up one whole page.
Oh, okay. Perhaps one day we can have one episode on the artwork. So you're into arts. You want to be an artist. You
Yep.
want to be what, a scientist?
Yeah.
Okay. You want to be everything.
Yeah.
What else you want to be when you grow up? I mean, some kids would choose to be. I want to be an engineer. I want to be a doctor. I want to be an architect. But what about you? You want to be an artist. What else you want to be? An artist, a scientist. At one time, I think you said you wanted to cure cancer. Is that still a dream? Yes.
Yeah.
What will it take for you to be able to do such research and find a cure for cancer?
I would be like a scientist trying to test out combinations of uh it's like you mixing one it's like one of the reactions between Coke and Mentos, which is the most viral thing.
Okay.
Like the carbon reacts with the outer layer of the Mentos, which gets the carbon very excited. Like it's like popping everywhere. And once you put one piece of Mentos, and reaction will trigger that will cause the Coke from go to dark brown to light brown.
Ah, do do you did you do this experiment at your class in school?
No,
No.
it's
Ah.
it's so simple, but my teacher said only when I'm in Form 2.
So you have to wait like how many years you've been from to. Oh well. Okay. So we get to know a bit about Sean now and what he likes and what he want to be when he grows up. Yeah. So
Yep.
every episode we'll select an episode for our next one. We'll select a topic, and probably we'll get to do this every say once a week, maybe. What are topics that you'd like to know? You'd like to discuss?
There's this one. There's this one that I actually haven't published publicly.
Okay.
It's about it's about the it's about the studying of primary schools, like in science.
Ah, okay.
Some
Because I remembered once that you were complaining you like science, but
Yeah, I like
yeah,
science.
when you were in the primary one or two, you like science, but then there was one time that you started to get bored about it because
It was all just dark. It was all just gray and black.
ah no fun in it, just theories and watching videos, is it? Okay, perhaps we get to
Even
talk about that.
even my old school, a Circus Sacred Heart.
Uh,
It it lit it on. That's the only school that I ever went into the science. There's a science room. The teacher gave me a magnet and iron powder, and she let me play with the iron powder and the magnet.
and that's fun.
Yeah, it's
And
actually
this kind of
yeah, it's
hands-on
fun.
experience should be something that the primary school get to do even at the early age. Okay, perhaps we could talk about that in our next episodes. And until then, please like, share, subscribe. We want to target how many subscribers for the first month? Let's go for 1,000. Why not?
Yeah.
Right. Please like, share, and subscribe
We are
to
trying to
Chat with
Sean.
Sean.